Yes.
Hi, guys.
I have my focal ones or outer focal ones. The outer focal ones always work better when I look at you.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice of you.
They're especially good when I look at my wife.
Oh, you're so nasty.
No, it actually works better. I just say, hang on a minute, I'll take my glasses off.
What are you doing, Gidget?
Oh, yes, the little Gidget. Oh, you're not used to jumping up from the underside, are you? I've got to be careful lifting you up because you had your bits cut out. Yes, made her go quiet for one day.
One day, now she's back to being.
Now she's back. She has her one little stitch.
Because the vet was very clever and was able to do. Oh, yes, you want to come be my twin? Hello, twin.
Twin.
My twinny. You've got a pie cost on your shoulder.
High cost, have I?
Yes.
Oh. What? You're trying to do a joke. It normally costs about, depends what country you're in. Some places it costs $6. That is a joke we did in primary school. Oh my God. Who told you this?
I heard it.
You heard it. So that's a joke I grew up with.
You meant to say, what's a pie cost?
And you say about $6, depends what country you're in. I beat you to it.
Damn it. Get away with it.
We had heaps once better than that.
Oh.
We did.
Like what?
Have you ever tripped over a tree trunk?
Well, what about a root?
How about a root? Not what about.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Ever broken a thumb?
What? How about a finger?
See, you went to the same school I went
No,
to.
I didn't. I just know these. Oh my God. Dog. Yes, I love you too. I know, I love
The
you.
doggesses.
I love you so much. Yes.
You know what, this is the first one I've done at home for a while.
I know. Oh, that's my ear.
Yes, eat.
Yes, it is the first one.
Because we're over as a ways and
We've been in the studio.
Been in the studio, yes. You little ratsky.
But we're home today. We're back in
Yes.
the bush.
In the bush.
In the bush.
Well, I spent the whole weekend editing again.
Editing.
Catching up and editing. And I also did a fair bit of research on lots of different little things. And actually came up with, I feel so sorry anybody who wants to just get into photography
What do you mean?
by getting onto YouTube. Because there's just so much misinformation out there, not just on photography, on everything. So I was trying to look at something else and learn something else. And the first three I looked at, what are you looking at?
Just checking the red light was on.
It's on, I can see it from here.
I couldn't see it. Yeah.
Just looking at I'd say the first 5 or 10 videos that came up, I thought, oh, I understand this now, I know what to do. And then another video came up that completely said the opposite. So I went down about a 1 hour hole and some of the most popular all was taking me the wrong way, and some of the most not popular things I found on the subject were so much more accurate and so correct. I'm not going to go into it. It's a really technical thing we're doing.
Wasn't this happening when you were trying to look up about your sciatica as well, though?
Yeah, same with lots of things. It's even with things like food, what foods are good and bad for you. All of those things. You just got to be so careful that just because a channel might have 2 million followers doesn't mean they're right.
Yeah.
Sometimes they could be, I don't know. But the dog's going out through the doggy door. I started then to sort of think, this is really, really annoying for me, the time I'm wasting, the misinformation, and I don't comment. I never comment negative on things unless they're attacking me, and I'll throw something back in their court.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know, it annoys me. Because even with, there's lots of little things, even one of food channels I follow with a lot, because he's got a lot of followers, out in 2 million, and so far everything he's done I thought was right. Then I get onto another one which only got 35,000. But this guy hasn't got a cooking YouTube. His YouTube is more about his family life, and he just so happens his grandfather is an amazing pizza maker in the middle of Italy. And just one of the episodes goes into like a 3-generation recipe for their pizzas, and it was so different to the others. And when I saw it, it's sort of like, this looks easier, but this budgies. I don't think I can talk loud. Sorry.
Sorry about the budgies.
Hey,
She put the sheet down over them.
that won't shut them up.
Doesn't it make them go to sleep?
It's not dark enough in the middle of the day.
I thought
They're just fighting over who's going to root who.
Oh my God.
Well, the breeding box is in there.
know.
I don't think they've used it yet. I think they're all too old. I don't think the males can get it up anymore. Well, I haven't seen one try and mount her, so...
Oh my God.
Either that or she's now ugly. Maybe they're all going, I'm not going near that dog. It could be that whole... Yeah. Anyway, I see frustration with photographers, and I see how they can get into these tiny little, has to be sharp, has to be rule of thirds, has to be...
Yes. Actually, speaking of that, I was doing socials before and someone commented on that colour photo that we put up of me having a dig and posted a photo of him holding a colour checker and was like, you should use one of these. It's like...
I don't know, I'll have to buy one.
And it's like thankfully someone came and was like standing up for you being like, it's clearly like a certain style that he's got, like a certain look. Like, and this guy just kept going on about perfect this and perfect that. And the guy that was standing up for you was like, by the sounds of it, you just want everything flat and boring and like to technically...
Yeah, but this is where he is completely wrong, because what is true colour?
Yeah, I know.
So as a cloud comes over, it changes the colour from morning to night. Is it so? Which colour is the true colour? Or everything has to be perfectly colour balanced to a colour card? Good luck watching those movies.
I found it really funny.
Yeah, I do. It's unfortunate that... I'm not going to put down old people because I'm one of those bastards, but it's unfortunate as older people, they spend more time telling everybody else what to do than actually go out and take photos themselves. Yeah. But yeah, no, things like, I do laugh at some of the comments I just laugh at, but then I wish I saw that. I could have had lots of fun.
Well, they're still there. I haven't deleted it.
I haven't you?
No.
I could have lots of fun with that, just asking him, so what is true colour in Australia in the middle of winter and at 6 o'clock in the morning?
He commented on some other photo saying something, and I've already sent him the link to the Why Do Photographers Do This? And then he's come back with this on another one. But so now I'm just looking at him as one of these people that's like, okay, well, you clearly don't like Peter's work, so why are you continuing to follow his photography Facebook? Like, if you don't like it, just turn off. I don't know.
Yeah, I really, seriously don't get it.
Yeah.
If I don't like something, I just don't want to look at it.
Well, speaking of that, what I was going to bring up, well, I did on the weekend.
Can we put a barrier between us?
Why?
So I don't have to look at it?
Look at what?
What I don't like. You're a bit slow. It must be Monday. It's really a Friday, but recording it on a Monday.
On the weekend, I had a little movie night with one of my best friends, and we put on the new Freaky Friday movie. Not everything needs a sequel. Like, that first one was fantastic. I loved it. We started watching... I
wouldn't even watch it.
We started it, and we were both just like...
But so the daughter's the mother's age now.
Yeah, so Lindsay Lohan's a mum now, and she's got a daughter, and then she falls in love with some other guy and who's also got a daughter, and they go to school together and hate each other. So now they're the swaps with Jamie Lee Curtis, Lindsay Lohan, and the two daughters. They do like a 4-way swap. Like, so the mums are the daughters and the daughters are the mums. Or the mum and the grandma, and then the mum and grandma are the two. I don't know, it was just... The original is... We don't need to ruin... The original is perfect, so we ended up turning it off and putting on the original Freaky Friday.
Yeah, no, it's like that. Didn't they make a Happy Gilmore too? Just come out. Yeah. Couldn't be bothered watching that. I
I
don't
just
know.
not everything needs a sequel.
Well,
Like,
because they can't come up with any decent. What do you? Oh my God! Yes, yes, you're a little climber.
but again, we weren't enjoying it, so we just turned it off. Like, that's the thing. If I'm like not liking something, I'm not gonna fall. I'm just switch off.
I think we've got to bring back hallucinogenics. Well, if you think about it carefully, we were the most creative, wrote some of the best music in the 60s. And it started going, as it all got banned worldwide by America, it started going down, and we ended up in that weird place, the 80s.
Yes.
And we started to come out of it a little bit in the 90s. You're not climbing all over me. But then we just completely lost it. New music's really hard. I'm really finding it hard to find anybody with an original sound anymore.
Yeah, there's a few, but I know what you mean. It's not as
No,
fun
there's still
as-
like bands like Sleep Token have got a nice sound, but I wouldn't say it's original.
Yeah, it's kind of Deftone-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really hard. Whereas if you think about, it's just little things that happened along the way when Guns N' Roses came out, it was so fresh. It was a new layer of metal.
Really liked that King Dracula person that we were talking about before, which has got bits of everything in it.
Yeah, I think I'd get sick of it pretty quick if all the songs were like that. But I remember we watched it a while ago.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I should really hate this, but I'm not, because I can't predict where it's going to go.
It's like
and no matter what they're doing, I'm liking it. It's a little bit like putting Queen in there. 1 minute it's a bit of operatic and...
Dog, what are you... You're going to pull out my microphone and you have to lick me all the time.
Yes, she's been a real bug. But I'm finding this across the board. It's really, really hard to find stuff that I'm going, wow. A movie I watched the other day, I'm going to forget the name of it. I don't think I've written it down. It's Leonardo DiCaprio. It's One Thing After Another. So it's his latest one that's come out.
Yeah, you've spoken about it before.
Yeah,
I think the last two podcasts you mentioned.
I found that really refreshing, even though, I don't know, just it had an old film feel about the way it was filmed. And
Stop it.
and just, I don't know, felt...
No, you're not having wine.
The film
Too young.
grew in a way that I liked. There's just lots of things I liked about it. So that's...
Yes.
Yes.
Well, speaking of we watched one of my most favourite comfort movies of all time, House of Wax.
Of course, Paris Hilton. At least she dies pretty quick.
It's just...
We don't have to put up with her too long.
I actually don't think her acting is that bad in it. I know you're going to disagree, but I really don't think it's that
You're
bad.
in love with her, that's why.
But I think everyone's acting in it's pretty good. It's at the time it was a pretty original storyline. People are hot in it.
People hot in it.
It's just I
my
really
God.
like the storyline. I think the acting's really good. It's just I don't know. I just really enjoyed it.
I don't think we can do podcasts on this desk anymore.
I know,
Not
Joey,
with
you're
this
gonna fall.
crickets.
Stop it.
Someone that's just had an operation and should be calm and
I
quiet.
know.
You're not.
I don't think that's. She chooses chaos, and she needs to lick me up. And I'm scared she's gonna. She keeps trying to climb over my cables. What are you doing?
And she's just getting... Sorry for everybody in the car
Sorry.
listening to this and not seeing this.
Sorry.
Sorries.
Speaking of Leonardo DiCaprio, I have been doing like almost rabbit hole of celebrities that have like interesting side hustles. You know, Leo DiCaprio has a range of shoes that are made from recycled ocean plastics.
What's he make them?
I don't know if he makes them, but
Or he just... So it must be a friend of his. Have you ever heard of a company that makes shoes out of it?
No.
In fact, you'd only have to go far north Queensland. The beaches are covered in thongs, but they're all left-footed.
But yeah, he does. And
He collects shoes that are made out of recyclable.
no,
Like-
the company makes. I can't remember what it's called.
So what? So he supports them, or he just buys everything they bring out?
He has invested
In
two sustainable shoe brands. And yeah, one of them is the one that they make.
All I have to do is put a barge right near India or China, and they've got an inundation of
I just thought that was interesting.
Plastics in the oceans that they're chucking in there.
And Marky Mark has a Mexican restaurant. And we actually, for the catering one day, and when we were in Vegas, I ordered from there. That was the Mexican food when I wasn't there on the Saturday. That was from Marky Mark's Mexican restaurant.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
You wouldn't think they would need to have just a takeaway restaurant as a side hustle.
Susan Sarandon has a ping pong club. I don't know what they do. Carly Kloss has a coding camp called Code with Carly or something like that, and it's a coding camp for young kids that want to get into coding.
No, obviously, that's her hobby.
Well,
Tarantino has his cinema club.
Does he?
Yeah, it's a cinema that him and he's offside from. There's a really good documentary. I don't know if I can find it. I'll put a link up. But in fact, they've been. I don't know if Joe Rogan might have interviewed the two. They best friends when they're in the video shop. They grew up together.
Oh yeah.
And that other guy's done a couple of movies, and I knew one of them. I hadn't known, and I watched a couple of the movies I've seen since. He went to jail. He did something really bad and went to jail, killed something or somebody, or I can't remember what it was, but yeah, he went to jail. But they run a movie cinema club or something, and everything is played on VHS.
That's cool.
So whatever they're playing, I think they play 3 movies a night. So you go in there and you watch it, but they're only VHS.
Cute.
Which is really cute. And I don't know if either of them talk about it or not, but I like that giving back stuff. I do like it when people are prepared to come back to ground and give things back.
The most random, or actually there's lots of random ones, but Tyra Banks has opened an ice cream shop in Sydney.
That's right, you told me that. She just must have a boyfriend here in Sydney.
I don't know.
A 12-year-old.
But I did find out that the reason she did it was when she was younger, her mum was really poor and struggling, but as a special treat, when her mum could afford it, she would take the kids out to get ice cream, and so she's opened this ice cream shop in honour of her mum. But why in Sydney?
So does she make it really cheap for poor people?
I don't know. I don't know but she started with this thing called hot ice cream. And everyone's like, so hot chocolate. And she's like, no, it's hot ice cream. And I'm like, so it's melted ice cream. Like, I don't understand what hot ice cream is.
The stuff that they forgot to turn the fridge on.
People in the comments were pretty funny. They're like, guys, be nice. She's new to eating.
No, she's not. She puttied it up
I know.
a fair bit before Ozempic was invented.
People saying, be kind, she's new to eating. What are you doing, you little space cadet?
Little space cadet.
But no, my current obsession is this actor. He's a New Zealand actor. He's started this alter ego called Mr. Fantasy, and he just came out of nowhere, and he's got this horrible wig and these fake teeth and talks like Austin Powers, and just started releasing music under this Mr. Fantasy alias. It's like this alter ego, and he wears these crazy clothes and is just an absolute lunatic, and it's really, we all know it's him, but he just performed in the Macy's Thanksgiving parade. And there's all these videos of people that are on TikTok and know about it, but they're videoing their parents being like horrified, being like, what on earth is this? And he's just like climbing all over. It's so funny. It's his little alter ego. Oh, okay, you're going to sit there. You're going to be the centerpiece.
The centerpiece. The human centerpiece.
But yeah, finding out about celebrity side hustles. I like these obscure ones. I feel like every celebrity comes out with like beauty or perfume or alcohol.
No, but that's just a business. That's not like a proper. That's not like something you're passionate about. Like I find it interesting. I listened to the Billy Bob and Joe Rogan, which I really, really enjoyed. Because, what are you giggling? Oh, this thing. I really enjoyed because I didn't know that much about Billy Bob, but when you start listening to him, he pretty much is just who he is. Doesn't practice acting, doesn't do anything because he doesn't need to. He's just who he is, and he has some pretty nice. Well, at least I slept with Angelina Jolie when she was hot, and just all these different funny lines.
Yeah.
And I forgot he's in a band because he's a drummer in a band. I did really enjoy just little things that, if someone treats him as a person, he'll give them the same amount of time back. So even in full public, even if someone doesn't recognise him, he'll always give people what he would expect of people if he wasn't famous. And a couple of those little things are really, really, whereas other people are just, he says he gets these signature hunters. And said sometimes after his band's playing, they're standing around there and they're after his signature just so they can resell it. And he doesn't like that. He said he's 100% happy to give someone who's a true fan a signature, but he doesn't want to line someone else's pocket who doesn't really care who he is.
For sure, that's fair enough. I can understand that. I can fully understand that.
Completely understand. I'm trying to read my own writing. Oh, yes, that's talking about I've done.
I encountered an absolute special guy. I get so scared of the world sometimes. Like, I was driving the other day and some person who clearly shouldn't have their license. It was a P-plater as well, which I was like, oh, so you're new to driving and you probably should have practiced a bit more. Just like didn't know.
It's scary if it was his first date. Was it he?
I don't know. I think it was a girl, and she was on green peas as well. But oh my god!
And so like, that's been driving for a year.
Had no idea about giving way or anything. I was like, no, you go. Then they're just not looking. Nearly get T-boned by someone. Then they're going out. It's a one-way street. They're indicating to go that way. It's only one way that way. I'm like, please don't. I thought they were going to turn into incoming traffic. No, still turn that way, but indicating that way. I was like, why? Like, why?
Did you beep your horn and yell out the window, what drugs are you on? And where did you get them?
I was just like, and then this might sound nasty, but as I was behind them, I saw they had a baby on board sign. I'm like, oh no, don't tell me
that was
they're
a driver.
multiplying.
No, that was a driver. They're multiplying.
Just like, it kind of makes me scared, people like that on the roads. Like, I know I'm a good driver, but it makes me scared. Like when seeing people like that, I'm like, you shouldn't be on the roads.
Shree's like 5 months older than me. The second I could get my license, I went out and got it. Shree was about a year behind, and I bought the worst car I could have bought. It was a thing called a HB Tirana. It had an old Vauxhall motor in it, had every fault in the world. Anyone who's a mechanic out there, the distributor shaft would bend every 20,000 kilometres. And you'd have to replace that. Heaps of problems with it. Gutlesses, everything, looked ugly, rusted like crazy. So I bought this just because it fit into the budget I had, and I didn't really care because I was amused. I just want something to carry my gear around it. And I wanted something I could just learn a bit on cars, so fix it up if it broke, and it kept breaking. So I was always fixing it. So where did Shree go? Buy the same car. After she'd already seen it, after 7 or 8 months, how many times I had to have it towed or repaired. And the only reason she got her licence, I went out, her dad took her out the day before her test, and I've got back in, said, Shree, open your wardrobe, let's find the shortest dress you own and the lowest cleavage top that you own. It's the only way she got her licence. And then for a long time she didn't drive. I think her thing rusted to bits within a week, sitting in the front yard. Then once we had some kids, she's just a public transport to work. It was a decent trip to bus and a train. She didn't mind, but then once we had kids, it got to a point where she needed to. 6 months she did lessons.
Oh my God. Well, I think.
And all I did is I said to the people giving her lessons, it's an open check just until you've ripped me off enough.
Just keep.
And then and since then, I must admit, I can't really look out the windscreen when she's driving. I normally find a reason to be looking at my phone. But she's a little bit slow. If anything, a little bit overcautious, but touch wood, so many people have hit her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still think when we had to go for driving tests, it was easy and it was hard. So if you looked too confident, there's a good chance you weren't going to get your licence.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, they didn't want you speeding, driving around like an idiot.
Oh, right.
So they would really carefully watch speed limits and things like that. If you look like you had no idea, you definitely didn't get it. But the people that look safe and confident would get it. But now I don't even know what happens now.
Well, I don't know what happened.
I know how she got hers, just mini skirt and low top.
Well, on the weekend here, it was horrible weather. It was bucketing down, and I was driving, and I feel like, especially when it's raining, absolutely no one knows how to drive. And there was I was trying to get on the freeway, and there was a crash, so one lane was blocked. And you can see there's a crash. I'm indicating, and I'm not like pushing it, I'm just indicating. And the amount of cars that are just tooting at me, I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just indicating because I can't go anywhere. Stop beeping at me. Why are you so aggressive? Road rage.
Road rage. Yeah. Did you have your music up too loud?
No, I was listening to a podcast.
What else?
No. So it's just a gripe that I wrote down for the Whinge for me to complain about idiots on the road, because it just...
There is plenty of idiots. It's got to a point where I need to sort of leave that extra bit of room now for idiots.
Yeah.
When I come to any cross intersection, I've got my foot ready on the brake for somebody that drives through.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a good driver. I just get scared of other people on the roads. Anyway, that was just a little topic I put down to talk about. It's just something I put down to talk about. It's of no importance other than just making a statement that there's idiots on the road. Actually, while I'm complaining about road stuff, I went to...
So is the thumbnail going to be you complaining this week?
No.
Just wait, no. I was sitting down taking your complaint, wasn't I?
You were just reading the complaint. Well, we were both looking at... I went to another friend's place over the weekend. She lives in...
Do you have two friends?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, my God. How much did that cost you?
Quite a bit. Where she lives is... It's in an apartment. It's in Preston, so good luck finding parking there. Every parking around there is all permit parking. I'm like, where the hell is anyone meant to park?
You're not supposed to have visitors to your house.
It's so ridiculous. Like, I'm just
That's why COVID was invented.
I'm just trying to park my car. Why is everything permit parked? It took me so long to find somewhere to park. It's ridiculous.
You didn't try my trick. It always works.
No.
It always works for me.
It doesn't work. It's not a thing.
Yeah, see, negative Nancy, it'll never work for you, but it's always worked for me, hasn't it?
No, it's
a thing. If you're having trouble, before you even have trouble finding a parking spot, as soon as you decide, you just go, I am really, really good at finding parking spots, and keep saying it, and all of a sudden they just appear in front of you.
It's not all of a sudden. You have to say it for ages sometimes. You just keep saying it until you find a park.
See, it works. I still found a park.
Yeah, but if you didn't say it, you would have found a park. You just keep saying that.
No, I know it works. It encourages people to pull out of their...
No, it doesn't.
Spot rather than sleep in their car.
It does not, but yeah, that was an absolute nightmare, man. That was my gripes with driving.
So I can't remember, have we done a podcast since we went into Leica?
I don't think so. When did we go to Leica?
Okay. Oh, it's that Thursday.
Wasn't it Wednesday?
It could have been Wednesday.
I think it was Wednesday.
I can't remember when we did the last one.
I don't know.
No, so I don't know if we spoke about it or not.
I don't know either. I can't remember.
Well, I'll do a shortcut on it. So I went in to have a look at their new 11M. The new one with the EV in it, the M. I didn't think they wanted to call it an M, but anyway, I couldn't find enough online. Everyone who did a review, it was a terrible review. Everyone just said how amazing this is. No one told me what the little things I want to know. So I went in there and I had one of my shitty to focus with lenses because it's low contrast lens, and I had a reasonable 50mm. And when they let me put my lenses on, I had to, even then it was on focus peaking red, and I said to the guy, oh, can it come off that? I go, I don't think so. I think you're selling these cameras. Surely, and yes, it can go back to white. Because why would you want it on white? I said, because think of it, I want the catch light in her eyes to go twinkle. And I don't want it to twinkle red. Because if she's got really bloodshot eyes, I'm not going to see the red. I shoot Bec a lot. Anyway, number one, I couldn't believe how little they even knew about their cameras. I had to ask a lot of questions that they couldn't answer. The menu system was a bit skew to what I'm used to with the SLs. And the main reason I was looking at, I just wanted a slightly smaller camera. I like the idea of having something I can just flick from 3 different sizes. When I don't need a big size picture, I can just dial it down. There's just a few things, reason I wanted it. And the main thing I wanted to check was how good its focus peaking was going to be and how good the viewfinder was. And yeah, I was happy with the viewfinder. The focus peaking, I think, was a little bit harder to get to go off with fairly flat light. When it came to ISO, nobody in the shop knew. So this I find really weird. It is a Leica shop. They only sell Leica. You think they'd be able to say, well, compared to this camera, nobody had an idea. So I took some test shots with it and also just pulled out my SL and took my test shots. And when I got back, as soon as I saw the ISO, and it just, even you saw it, it was that grainy, horrible. Digital, horrible.
It was horrible.
So I knew straight away, and I was quite happy with that. So I was going to sell...
It saves you money.
Yeah, I was going to sell a lens that I'm hardly using, which is very expensive, to get it, and then most likely I wanted to sell my SL2S because if this had good ISO, I didn't need that one. And I had the choice of running at 3 different megapixels. I was really disappointed in the shots.
Like the new one?
Yeah, just to me, I just wouldn't buy it. And just for that, so I did have a little bit of look on the weekend of them. I didn't do many test shots, but I did enough to know straight away that yuck. And I thought, well, I was going to have to buy new batteries for it because it didn't fit the other batteries, all these things. And I thought, thank God I didn't, dodged a bullet. I've saved money on that. The people who don't get to test these things out.
I was about to say, is this just you having a relationship with them that you can go in and test it, or can anyone do this?
No, I think anybody can, as long as they're not too close to the front door.
What does that mean?
So they can bolt.
Oh. But yeah, I just think it's so important to go and do that before committing and buying it. Like the amount of times we hear people come to workshops that have just bought a new camera and they're saying how much they hate it.
Yeah.
Cough, Hasselblad, cough.
I didn't say anything.
I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't hear it either. I did see a funny thing on somewhere where people went into a runner's shop.
Oh yeah, I've seen
test the runners, and they go and bolt towards the front door, then turn around and bolt back the other way.
I've seen that. It was very funny.
So with that said, I completely made up my mind that, the gear I have now, I'm 100% happy with the gear I had. I carefully thought about it. Is there a lens I would buy? And the answer was no. I could not think of a lens I would want to buy. Then I thought, right, there's a style of shooting I haven't done for ages, and here's a style I really like doing, which is a little bit that Peter Lindbergh shoot while you're walking. So you run it on a continuous focus, on an A focus or something like that, and you move around the models really quick. And you do motor drive it a little bit harder than what I would normally do. Though I don't motor drive, I just tap with my finger. So I don't like that motor driving thing. And I thought, well, I've got my Sony A1, which is really good for that. I have my 7200, which I love that lens for it. But maybe I really need a good 50 prime with autofocus, because I've got 50 primes and manual focus. And then I thought, it could be really nice to have a zoom that's sort of a wider zoom, something like a 24 to 105 or something, maybe at f4. And I'm thinking about, I couldn't sleep. So I was thinking about this stuff. And the next morning I got up, had a look at the price, had a look at everything, and thought to myself,
do I need it?
I wouldn't use it.
Yeah.
Well, that killed an hour. And it saved me. I seriously thought, I 100% happy to do that style of shooting on the 70 to 200. And I've got a good 70 to 200. We have got a 16 to 35 and a 24 to 70. What's you going around about? Which I I love the 1635 for fashion, but the 70, I've never been a big fan of a 24 to 70. It's just not something I normally use. And I'm just sitting there going, I'm dodging lots of bullets.
Like Matrix.
Like the Matrix. And I sort of thought, it gets really funny because when you've been shooting so long, and especially at some of the levels I was shooting, whereas we were pretty much looking for the latest and greatest. We're always looking for lights that we could shoot a bit quicker and things like that. It's got to the point where I have this gear acquisition bug, but then I go online and can't find anything that the bug wants to be fed on. And then it runs away and saves me money.
That's good.
The only thing I started thinking hard, if I had to, sorry, I think my wife might be coming home. Go on, have a look. Instead of barking, jump down. Oh, they can't. Oh, yeah. Gidget. Lucky you didn't have it in autofocus. It'd be jumping around on her head everywhere. I did think about it, and the only things I could think of, but I don't know how much I'd use it, would be a lens for my iPhone to give the cinematic, flary look, and the new Sony FX3 Mark II.
Oh, is that the one you were looking at?
Yeah, it's not released yet. Nobody knows when it's going to be released. Nobody knows what's in it yet. But that were the only things I'm thinking. I said, well, I don't really need an anamorphic lens for the iPhone. And I thought, I don't think I'd use them anyway, so that's good. Cross that list off. There's nothing I need to buy. So I might just buy a new SIM. No. No, I'm actually enjoying the more and more I'm not buying gear, the more I'm enjoying, so I don't have to learn something new. And I got so not questioning what I'm going to use. If I pick up my SL2s, it's only 2 lenses. I'm thinking about what I'm going to use. It'll only be between 2 lenses. My Hasselblad's normally 1 lens. So it just means I can concentrate on my picture, not cameras.
Well, speaking of not like you saying you wouldn't use it or anything, it's because it's coming up to Christmas and then my birthday's shortly after Christmas. I keep getting.
I'm not buying you an SL2.
I don't want that.
I'm not buying you a Leica.
I'm saying that, like when I saw Mum was like, "Oh, do you want this? Do you want this?" And I'm like, I don't need that. I won't use that. Like, just. And people keep asking, like, "Oh, what do you want for this? What do you want for this?"
Just buy me a year's supply of wine.
Normally, my dad normally sends me 12 bottles of wine, and he's always like, "Oh, I feel like it's such a cop-out present," and I'm like, "Why? I'm going to drink it. It saves me money. It saves me going to the shops. It's a great present. I love it. I'm always going to drink that." And I feel like normally I'm like, just get me a glass house candle, and I know that's boring, but I'm always going to burn them. Like, and it's simple. It's I don't know.
And with clothes and that, you tend to either see something online or when we're travelling, you're getting to see different clothes that you don't see in Australia.
But, yeah, I don't know. It's just like something I'm like, I wouldn't use it. I don't need that. Don't waste your money on just...
See, my family don't accept they don't want anything. If I want something, I buy it.
Yeah.
I was looking at getting an offset smoker.
What's that?
It's the smoker and fires here and then the cooking areas here. So it's for doing briskets and ribs and things like that. And I started thinking about it. So that makes 4 barbecues. My green egg, is it green egg? Oh no, I've got the Primo. And my Primo works beautiful for me for smoking. It's just another thing on the thing. It's harder to use because you've got to be out there more often to watch it. So I sat down and thought, what else do I need? And I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I can't think of anything to tell people to get me for Christmas or my birthday. But if that's the case, like...
They can't even get me socks and jocks because that new client I just shot for gave me 10 pairs of jocks and the jocks are amazing.
I'd rather... Unless it's like a really cool surprise, like my best friend's really good at doing that, like getting me something, like picking up on something I've said and then finding me something really cool. And I do the same back for her, but I didn't get her anything this year because I couldn't think of anything she had mentioned. I wasn't just going to buy her junk. And I'd prefer that for someone, like I don't just want something for the sake of buying.
Yeah, and I don't like gift cards and that because it's sort of like
Now I've got to go find something
in that store.
Yeah. And then I always forget about them and then they expire and then I feel like that was a waste of money. And
Yeah.
so I just rather not buy for the sake of buying. I guess that's the same with your camera stuff, is not buying shit just for the sake of buying it.
Yeah, I think that you get into a habit, especially when you start off and you keep growing very quickly. And next minute you're doing commercial work and then your gear's not up to some of the high-end commercial work I was doing, the very technical type work. So you just get used to needing
Buy.
the latest because that's what the customers are expecting. The more megapixels, the better lighting systems, the more control over colour and all of those things. It's really hard to then start backing off going, it's actually better if you don't buy because I don't have to learn anything new.
Exactly.
And I know my stuff. It's like, as much as a new wife sounds great, I think it'd be a nightmare. You've got to go through all that learning curve again. At least you know which way to punch her that hurts her the most without leaving a bruise. No, I'm joking.
You know, I've said that if pigs fly and Jared and I weren't together, I'd absolutely like touch with pigs. No, like that's. But
Why are you bringing this up?
Because there's no way I would ever want to go through like that small talk, getting to know someone, dating thing again.
I know heaps of people that would just skip that straight away. Like if we could put out a poll on the internet.
No, I'm very happy, thank you.
You don't want me to put a poll out?
But no, just like think about learning all that, like learning things about people and all that awkward small talk and stuff like that. I know.
Staying with my wife all this time, it's like the massive bonus. Haven't had to learn. Already knew.
Yes.
At least I can say I've only ever made one mistake in my life.
Employing me.
No. Oh, sorry. 1.5 mistakes in my life. Well, Shree. See, if I got rid of her, then it would have been a second mistake. Then it would have been a third mistake. And then you get to those people that never realise they've made mistakes. And now they live out of a car because they can't afford anything because all their previous wives have half of everything. Yes.
It's a really weird turn.
What about someone who had a nice big house that had a dual vanities in the bathroom and had a kitchen island bench?
What about them?
Well, that would be an easy way for you to get to that. You
Yeah,
just
but I
do
wouldn't
some
be
mushrooms.
happy. I wouldn't be happy, no.
You'd have your island bench. That'd make you happy.
I wouldn't have my Jared.
You would have your Jared, your Labrador.
Yes.
Oh, no, yes.
Golden Retriever.
Golden Retriever.
Yes. Look at this thing, speaking of dogs.
Sorry?
I don't know why she's insisting on sleeping on this little mat.
Because look at her foot bent
I
back.
know.
Because she's
Sorry,
a Bec copy. I was just finishing off another tutorial and editing a blog at the same time. And I'm really liking what I'm doing in editing now. I couldn't believe how quick I edited 12 pictures.
Why?
I started backing off from what my clients would be asking me to do and just doing what I want to do or what I think needs doing. And it just sped up things so much. And it still looks like one of my pictures.
That's good.
But it saved me a heap of time. I think I pumped out 10 photos in under half an hour.
Good.
Which means I get more time for myself or can get more editing retouched. It's hard. I was going to do a tutorial on a shoot I did and I was talking to Bec about it, but I don't think it's right because my comments wouldn't be, without the model giving me approval to say what I'd want to say, wouldn't be right.
Yeah.
But it was really interesting when I was culling, and I was culling hard. I would say only 1 out of 10 pictures that she hadn't marked I was going to keep. Like the whole shoot's kept, but that's in the fire safe in the studio. When it's back at the home thing, so many pictures I wouldn't have even kept. But I did see straight away that, yeah, there is 2 really, really nice pictures, but that model would never pick those because they feel so real. Where so many of them just didn't feel real. They feel over posy. I think this is one of the biggest problems in the world now, especially for photographers, or especially for everybody, is the amount of models nowadays who are basically just internet models. And 90% of photography they take themselves. So it's just the way they want to look. And, imagine what it'd be if we just gave you endless amount of money to spend on plastic surgeons and things like that. Yeah, but you'd end up looking terrible. You've seen it happen. There's no stopping. And I think looking at yourself, that's not how other people are looking at you. So all you're doing is taking away what other people like about you. And that's why I think it's really starting to destroy the models now. And the problem is AI coming up now, and models aren't running that anymore. It's more back to art directors and photographers and people like that who will be typing in the commands and things like that. And we might go back to what I quite often say, I say to a lot of the models I work with, that if you've picked this picture and you love this picture of somebody else, but think about it, if this was you, and they go, oh, no, I'd hate that picture. But you love it of somebody else.
Yeah.
Right, but you'd hate it if that was you. This is either has a dumb smile on it or something goofy or something. I said, this is a problem. All the supermodels that made it up until, let's say, 2000s, all their work, everything people saw was predominantly what photographers or clients picked. It was never what the model picked. And that's why they're cool, because it's what everybody else likes to see, not what she likes to see about herself.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, true. Though you've got better.
I have.
So much better from 8 years ago. Pretty much anything that Bec picked was, I'm never retouching that.
I'm much better at it now.
Sorry?
I'm much better at it
Oh, no,
now.
you're heaps better at it now. You tend to look past the things that
I know
you
you'll
think
fix.
are important and will be fixed or aren't important.
Yes. Yes, I know, I've learned.
You've learned?
Yes, kind of, I think.
Kind of.
I think so, I don't know.
It'd be funny if... Can't do it with you because you've passed that point now. It'd be funny to get somebody who is reasonable at their fingering himself, what's it called, that face tune. Well, isn't they rubbing their finger on the screen? Isn't that how you do it? You're moving things with the screen?
When you're doing the liquefying, you do it with, yes.
I just saw someone on their YouTube doing that. So, yeah. Be interesting if you can find someone who is a model and go through the shoot, let them pick their favourite, let a photographer pick their favourite, and then the two retouch it and then see what the world said, which was a better picture.
We can still do that with me.
No, because you're not that as bad as that person anymore. Oh. Like, I know you like a little bit jaw. And you've got an Ozempic button on your phone.
No, I just sometimes bring it in a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
All you have to do is stand a bit taller and that little bit came in anyway.
Yeah, but sometimes I just need a little bit of assistance.
Assistance.
Everyone does it. I don't feel too bad about it. I feel like so many people I know face tune themselves, so I don't mind admitting it.
Yeah,
My favourite is when, like, big influencers... It's actually a subreddit I follow called Instagram versus Reality, and they'll either put up, like, a photo that the influencers posted and then find a tagged photo of them and show the difference, and you're like, whoa. Or they'll post, like, something that the influencers posted, but in their liquefying and face tune, they've bought their hippie, but they haven't fixed up the bed wall and the
fence and things like that.
And people will point it out, and I'm like, oh no, you've got to double check that stuff if you're doing that. You've got to check the bendy walls and the windows and cabinets.
There was a photographer many, many years ago, and he had a girl. She was chubby. She wasn't fat, but she was just stocky.
Yeah.
So she most likely, pretty much didn't have a waist. So from shoulders to hips, she wasn't a super tall girl. She had maybe slightly bigger than her shaped boobs, but her bum was slightly smaller. So it just made her sort of fairly blocky. And she was doing a bikini shoot with this particular photographer down the beaches where we have these beach boxes, which are like little garages made out of timber. And they've got timber slats like on the wall. And he's posted a full colour picture next to this full colour timber box, and she's wearing a really colourful bikini. And oh my God, everybody in the world saw it. He obviously didn't.
Everything was warped.
All the timber boards were like not warped a little bit, warped a heap. And everyone's made comments, amazing, liquefying. And he's thinking it compliments. And then someone goes, can't you see the walls, the boards on the walls? And he pulled it down.
Oh, that's so sad.
No, well, he shouldn't have. He pushed her a long way. So a board's about that wide. He had about 3 boards moving about that wide in. And so the board came into that skinny. That was quite funny.
I've got a friend of mine that before I post, I send to her being like, double check, please. Just because sometimes as well, like there's been once, I think it's happened to me once, maybe twice, where I've done my little bit of pulling in and stuff, and because it's just on my phone and then I've gone to like zoom out, but instead of zooming out, it's moved something and I haven't noticed it, and I've saved it and then posted it and noticed that there's a whole thing that's been like, but it's not on my base, it's like something in the background's been completely warped from me trying to zoom out, and I'm like, oh, nope, dirty delete, fix that up, repost.
I don't normally comment. There's one photographer, I don't think he was a big fan of me, but I was trying to be nice, and he's put up a picture and I said, I reckon it's time to clean your sensor. Because there's 3 massive dust spots that just stood out. Like a grey, cloudy sky. You could just see really distinct dust spots. And he got so mad at me and then pulled the picture down and put it back up. And I said, aren't you glad I said it before more people saw it? He goes, you're just being picky. I said, well, why'd you pull it down then?
Yeah, exactly.
You could have come back and go, I don't care about dust spots. So now I would have said, yeah, good.
As long as you don't care, I'm just saying.
Well, I didn't say nasty.
Yeah, you're just trying to help.
I was trying to help.
Yeah.
Because I don't like critiquing work. It was very obvious.
Yeah, and other people would have a go and you were just trying to be helpful. Yeah.
It's funny, in the early days when I was teaching some photographers, I just told them to get the picture, take it a little bit bigger than it is, and then start moving the picture, and all of a sudden you'll see all your dust spots. And the amount of that's so amazing. There was like 30 dust spots on my sensor. I didn't even see it till I moved the picture and all the dots moved with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, things you learn
You'll
or
learn.
don't learn.
You'll learn.
You learn.
I've been yapping for nearly about time.
Oh, we want to go home, do we?
No, it's not home time yet.
Not hang time. Well, one quick thing. I don't know if you noticed it's not perfect round anymore. I had that dodgy company sent me the ice box. But I did find, it's not an ad for them. Well, they're called Ori Future. But these are amazing. These are how it should be. So you just put water to the top in there, drop that in there. I normally just put water to 1/2, fill it, then slowly drop it down in there. You saw how quick and easy it came out. And they're perfectly clear ice balls. They do diamonds and they have heaps of different shapes, and it wasn't very expensive at all. So I think I got 2 for the price of 1. But yeah, if you're an idiot like me who likes their ice,
Clear balls
of ice, ice, baby. It's yeah.
Oh,
yes.
I'm drinking
what are
this
you
one
drinking
again.
today?
This is the one, I think I was drinking this last one, the Mount Moriac from Geelong, which, yes, I think I mentioned this last time. You probably won't be able to get this anywhere in the world, but it's very tasty.
They could ring you and you could ship it to them for free.
It's very nice. I like it.
What's your tongue doing stuck out?
Just always stuck out. Her face is too small. Isn't it? It's a little thing. You have a small little face. And your tongue is too long for your little face of a little thing. One last quick thing then that I found rather humorous. So company that Casey works for, it was a real estate company. They use the company that Jared works for, who do utility connections when you're moving. So for part of their marketing, they had to go and like interview Casey's company.
I thought there's no such thing as marketing.
There is such thing as marketing, I've learned. They interviewed people at Casey's work about how they find using the service to make a little content for social media. And
they filmed that?
They filmed it in Casey.
And Casey did it?
Yeah. She's been dreading it. The video's finally ready and Jared showed me. And I'm watching and I'm like, because I know one of the marketing girls from Jared's work, we're quite good friends with her. She's French and she was there because Casey told me that she was there. And then the person doing the interviewing, I was like, who's that person? I've never met that person from your work. And Jared's like, yeah, so that's a paid actress that they got in to do the interviewing of the people at Casey's work. I'm like, what? Why didn't they just get Manon to do it? And they're like, because she's French and she's got a heavy French accent and they wanted it to be like Australian.
What, she doesn't drink your wine?
They wanted it to be more Australian, like we're an Australian company. I'm like, that doesn't mean you can't have French people working.
Why didn't they get you to do it?
I don't know, they didn't ask me, but I just thought, I was like, that's kind of horrible but kind of hilarious that they got a paid actress. Because Manon sounds...
Well, why didn't they just get paid actresses in to do the interview?
I don't know.
How did Casey's go? Did you see it?
Yeah, she speaks for like 5 seconds. She hardly says anything. She's been like dreading it, and I'm like, it's seriously not bad at all. Like you're in there for like 5 seconds, but I just thought it was a bit funny that you're too French. Poor Manon.
And what, is that just an internal video thing?
No, it'll go on socials.
It'll go to socials.
Yeah. Which I think is...
The socials are so social.
Yes.
Yes.
See, marketing is real. I've learned. Jared brought this up at dinner last night, actually. I wasn't going to say anything, and then he...
In front of his mum,
yes,
who works in marketing.
And his brother's girlfriend, who also works in marketing. Jared's like, oh, actually, Bec, you haven't told everyone that you found out that something is actually a real job. And I'm like... I was just like giving him the biggest death stare. And then Julie was like, oh, that's right, I remember that happened. And then Leah was like, I don't remember this. She's like, it is a real job. I know it's a real job now, guys. I'm sorry I said what I said, okay? We all laughed about it. But...
We all laughed about it.
Yes, marketing is a real job.
Nothing is a real job.
Marketing is a real job.
Not like modelling.
That is a real job, but unfortunately too many people don't treat it as a real job.
Yeah, I know. It's quite funny. Just little things about turning up on time.
Exactly.
Like complete strangers are booked to come. Oh, I'm going to be 15 minutes late.
Yeah, it's like I can always tell, like, especially on workshops, because I send out...
It's very rare we ever have a model turn up on time. And you still say to the agencies, can they please be 15 minutes early for this time start?
But also I send out a call sheet, which is also a professional thing to do, which has got the times, the address, a reminder of the date, notes about hair and makeup, notes about wardrobe. It's got all the details on there. And I put on there for workshops, I'm like, please bring some fun clothes, like anything simple. Here's an example. You're going to be doing 2 looks. We've also got some clothing with us. The amount that come in, I'm like, all right, so what did you bring? They're like, nothing. I'm like...
I'm wearing it, aren't I?
I did say we've got some clothing, but I also said for you to bring some selections as well. Like, anyway, it's just a little gripe.
The other little dog wants to get up and become famous.
But then you can tell the ones that are professionals that rock up 15 minutes early, that come with a whole big bunch of clothing.
A semi-trailer of clothes behind them.
So I remember one of the models we had in Zurich, the really tall one, she was such a professional. Like, arrived on time, a whole bunch of, and she had she had a big bag of clothes, but then she like laid them out and was like, so these are the looks I've pre-planned. Let me know, we can chop and change, but this is what I had pre-thought out. Could be really cool. I've had a look at Peter's work, so I kind of know the style and blah. I was like, see, this is a professional. Anyway. Whinge.
I think the dogs want us to go home.
Okay. Well, they are home.
No, driving me up the wall, aren't you, you little gidget?
Well, thanks for joining us.
Yes, and
again.
We'll see you next week.
Yes, and it's, oh God, I don't know. We don't need to talk about how long until Christmas, but I'm such a Grinch. But anyway, bye guys.
See ya.